is wrong with people? I just got a FaceTime from some 13-year-old that sounded like he sounded like a 10-year-old or maybe a 9-year-old, and he looked like one too. But you ain't 13. You. He asked me if I have a or like what? I'm obviously a guy. He's lucky I didn't expose his username.
This guy shares a similar speech impediment with some of your favorite artists and celebrities, like Drew Barrymore, Sam Smith, and Mike Tyson. Unfortunately, the similarities stop there, because this person became famous for all the wrong reasons. Meet Devon Sweeney, an internet lolcow, someone that people online milk for laughs. Devon has pretty much been a main character online since the day he was born. Why? Because when he was still very young, he was diagnosed with cancer, and his treatment turned into a massive viral debate after his parents gave a hard pass to the doctor's plans. Everyone remembered his face from the news, so he already had major clout from people online when he started his YouTube channel. But Devon, instead of making normal, boring videos, bro hopped right in with super loud, unhinged rants aimed at all his haters. To really understand how he got here, we have to rewind to his childhood. In 2004, when he was just 11 years old, Devon was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, or ALL for short. It's a type of cancer where your body makes way too many white blood cells. Now, some trolls immediately went to crucify his mother online, saying she caused it by smoking and ignoring doctors' orders while she was pregnant. But science says ALL actually comes from random genetic mix-ups, not from bad habits. Most kids survive it if they follow the doctor's plan, which usually means getting heavy chemotherapy. But after a few rounds of treatment, his dad Graham Sweeney and his stepmom decided to completely stop the chemo. They wanted to go the all-natural route instead, treating Devon with things like green tea, oregano oil, and vitamins. They said these natural fixes matched up with their Aboriginal roots and culture. To say that the hospital was not okay with this was an understatement, and the Children's Aid Society of Hamilton, a group that protected kids, had to step in. Experts said that skipping chemo would drop Devon's survival chances to a literal 0%, while staying on it gave him an 80% shot. So the group took Devon away from his parents and forced him back into chemo.
Their cancer-stricken son was forced into receiving treatment he and his family decided not to take advantage of. The father was forcibly removed.
And when his dad tried to fight the doctors, security forcefully threw him out of the hospital. This sparked a massive internet war, with some people yelling that parents should have the right to raise their kids, while others said the government had to step in to save the boy's life. It became a huge legal case that set rules for who gets to make medical choices for a minor. The judge ended up forcing Devon to finish his treatments by March 2009. Good news, 5 years later, he completely beat cancer. Bad news, now his family is claiming that the forced meds totally wrecked his brain and body, causing him to have permanent behavior problems and slow development. After beating cancer, Devon actually had a really wholesome moment where he wanted to be a hero for other sick kids. He shared a story about giving his number to a girl who was also stuck in the hospital with cancer. She reached out to him because she heard he was a survivor, and she needed the emotional backup. But a few days later, a doctor called Devon to break the news that the girl had passed away.
Phone number to this girl that was trying to tell me that she's going to a hospital and she got cancer like I did, and she wants to talk to me today and tell me how to call from this doctor apparently calling me from the hospital, that this apparently girl that was in there, and he told me that she has passed away. I'm really sorry to tell you this. And I was in shock of like, what? I just talked to her yesterday. How did she die? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. And then the staff heard everything that was going on in my group home because I put it on speaker, and
Devon was completely devastated, showing a real soft side because he felt a huge connection with her. He asked, "What? I just talked to her yesterday. How did she die? What are you talking about?" The doctor just replied, "Yeah, I'm really sorry." Then came the ultimate plot twist. The whole thing was actually just a sick, twisted prank call. A staff member at his group home even got on the phone and warned him to never call back. Devon only wanted to help, so seeing the group home staff joke about something as serious as cancer made him angry beyond belief. The prank was way out of pocket. Also, he wasn't just some random guy. He actually lived through the nightmare of cancer and knew exactly how much mental and physical strength it took. This awful joke made his frustration boil over, and instead of going to therapy to talk about his feelings, he took all his rage and dumped it straight into YouTube. In 2009, he made his very first channel to complain about his messy life, people who annoyed him, and his daily struggles. Most of the videos from his early days are totally gone, but the Internet Archive kept some receipts. Since he started the channel right after that messed up prank call, his content was mostly just him raging at the world. His very first channel was basically a vlog of his chaotic life. He'd film himself at the gym having zero clue how to use a treadmill, hanging out with his dad, and screaming when his hair dye started burning his scalp. He also made a ton of videos with his bestie, Alyssa. He posted clips of himself super baked at her house, getting a full eyebrow plucking makeover, and basically acting like they were joined at the hip. When he wasn't with her, he was filming himself doing goofy things like making DIY pizza, complaining about burning microwave popcorn, or eating weed-laced cheesecake. But a lot of his videos were just straight up weird or offensive. For example,
I just wanted to know everyone that how do a girl put on a tampon?
he once made a whole video asking how girls use tampons, but he really just used the video as an excuse to make fun of the whole process. He also came out as bisexual and bragged about offering to do special favors around school for just $5 because he was desperately broke. He even got mad when people called him a pro, basically saying he just liked doing it and didn't see why it was a big deal when the internet stars get paid to do the same thing all the time without going to jail. Then came 2015, the year he dropped his most famous video ever.
Everyone, this is me, Devon, and right now I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't have my brand new iPod Touch 5 anymore. See, I was hanging with my bestie Alyssa at her place, and getting high as hell, smoking up like teenagers do on pot, having a wonderful time, and then I had nowhere to get back because I was broke as shit, and so basically she called me a cab. And she told me that, Devon, you should totally flirt with the cab driver and ask him if you could suck his and I have to get it on video, she told me. Could it be fun?
It was the legendary story of how he lost his iPod Touch 5. The story goes that he was getting super high with Alyssa, had absolutely no money for a ride home, and she told him to offer the cab driver a spicy favor to pay for the fare. He was totally down for it. This wild ability to overshare his unhinged daily life made everyone laugh and built him a massive internet fanbase. However, his lack of a filter started causing serious drama, like the time he offered a bus driver a similar deal. He quoted the driver saying, "Oh, you're not getting this back until you pay me the $49 you owe me for the cab." Devon replied with, "Well, sorry if I don't have the money, but I could have sucked and we would have been even." He even refused to hold back, once even calling his school office to say he couldn't come in because he was on his period, yelling, "What the shit?"
Attending school today because I'm on my period and I hung up on the office. Oh my god, you're going to get that message and be like, what the shit? I don't think guys can get their period. I just found out.
I don't think guys can get their period. I just found out today that guys cannot get their period. Naturally, people have started asking, so what type of content does he put out? What makes him different? And why is he even controversial? Well, Devon didn't just break internet rules. He broke real-world laws too. Like many people who are infamous on the internet, YouTube started permanently banning his channels left and right because his roast videos were way too aggressive. In real life, he was given a 15-month probation for having a massive rage meltdown. Then he got slapped with a 2-year probation because he took a fire extinguisher off the wall at his group home and blasted everyone inside and outside because he was mad they took his iPad. People started wondering, how did this cancer-surviving kid that everyone felt bad for turn into a total lolcow that people just pointed and laughed at? Devon hated the switch-up, crying that people were laughing at him, not with him. and that the online hate was actually starting to hurt. Because of his spicy language, his first channel got completely nuked after over 100 videos. When he finally came back, he had a brand new look. Short hair, a skinnier face, and looking like he actually hit the gym. But his attitude? Way worse. He started treating all his viewers like trolls. The comment sections turned into pure brain rot, with people saying they doubted he showers and that he probably smelled like a dirty aquarium. Others mocked his speech, with one comment reading, "I exited YouTube when I heard February." He also claimed an instance where he fought a girl that called him a retard because of his speech impediment. His biggest hit on this new channel was him whining about his 15-month probation, but the truth was he got arrested for acting wild at a homeless shelter. He took a massive dump right in the middle of the room at the shelter, and when the staff wouldn't give him a towel, he threw an epic tantrum. He asked, "Hey, can I get a towel?" After they told him, "No, you can't get a towel, we don't have any available," he completely lost it, screaming, "What, so I can't fucking shower when I have to go out in the fucking streets and look like a fucking bum and smell like one?" Things kept getting darker and more chaotic. At some point, he filmed a video of himself walking at night, ranting about how the Canadian government should be legalizing marijuana. Bro was also ranting about another gay person.
Pretty little boy off his seat and make marijuana legal already. Like totally, Justin Trudeau should totally get marijuana legal so everyone can smoke pot. Only I could get to my California, I was such as all night long, even when he's sleeping.
But weirdly saying how he would give that guy a all night long. At some point, he had also destroyed his own house after his dad called him a crazy loser, punching huge holes in the walls and smashing the hardwood floor with a giant rock from outside. Honestly though, I believe one of the biggest things that made Devon's channel gain traction was how brutally honest he came off. He seemingly never told stories in a way that made him fully innocent. That's probably why some people trusted his narratives, which allowed him to build an audience that kept coming back for more of whatever his next rant was. He also started beefing with massive YouTubers like Leafy is Here, calling him a crackhead and telling people crazy stories about seeing Leafy getting busy in a downtown Hamilton alleyway. But the worst part was when he started being a straight-up racist.
Alleyway, get bumped by a homeless black guy. That little, oh my god.
He made a super messed up video yelling at a Chinese store worker over the price of a bus ticket. He also shared a gross story about throwing up Chinese food in a restaurant, making eye contact with the waiter, and then eating the puke because he was embarrassed and super high.
Chinese at this corner store in Hamilton. See, I asked her for a student bus ticket and she told me it was $1.90, and I told her no, you're lying. It's only $1.75. You can sick it up your Chinese. Go back to your own country.
That's when people finally seemed to realize that the innocent kid from the news was officially gone. That famous iPod story was the exact moment fans started thinking, wait, is this guy actually okay in the head? He was getting threats from random guys on Facebook who wanted to jump him. To make things worse, nobody would hire him. He dropped off resumes everywhere. Walmart, the library, Pizza Hut, the movies, and he kept getting ghosted. No surprise. One place literally called back just to roast him, saying, "Oh sorry, you're not capable of doing this job. Hope you find a different job that you're actually capable of." Since he was totally loose-lipped online, companies probably Googled him and immediately tossed his resume in the trash. This is why he kept saying he'd resort to doing favors for $5 to survive. A lot of his bad behavior probably came from his habits with weed and alcohol, which he was always showing off on camera. But in 2024, things got incredibly serious when he was accused of kidnapping a minor. The thing about that though is he actually pled guilty to the charge, but later claimed he only did it to get out of jail early so he could see his family, swearing he never kidnapped anyone. People started connecting the dots back to an older, super creepy video he made about a 16-year-old movie character named Annie, where he said incredibly inappropriate things about her.
Disney Channel. Little girls in those short skirts. Only reason those dress like that so the TV make more money. And those girls obviously want to get good and buy some Disney Channel actress and actor.
But apparently someone who lived in the group home went with him on Reddit to clear the air. The Redditor said he didn't think Devon was a pedophile, but confirmed he had massive anger issues, destroyed property, and made constant threats. In fact, Devon was a big reason his shelter's school got shut down. He influenced the kids to do bad stuff on camera, and the principal basically banned him, saying the teachers couldn't stand his inappropriate videos. Devon just threw hands up and blamed the homemade red wine. He was a walking tornado, even almost throwing his TV out a window once just because he was in a bad mood. By the time Devon hit his 4th and 5th YouTube channels, his videos were getting super boring and super weird, even by his own low standards. He made a whole video ranting about how he doesn't like cheese anymore because of some random cheese accident. Then, as if it couldn't get any more worse, he went full tinfoil hat mode. After his channel got banned again, he posted a wild conspiracy theory claiming the cops and YouTube didn't take it down. It was actually his dad's friend hacking him because his dad wanted him off the internet. But a few days later, he blamed a totally different girl for hacking his Facebook, changing his passwords, and posting weird stuff to frame him. So, which was it? Honestly, nobody knew, and it seemed like Devon was just completely spiraling. His videos started taking a much darker turn. He posted a clip talking about how much weight he was gaining because his antipsychotic meds were making him incredibly hungry all the time, which was followed by a super dramatic black and white video crying about how he couldn't handle the online hate anymore, saying people were just using him for a laugh. Which, literally right after that, was followed by more videos of him yelling at trolls and being unhinged. The absolute peak of his bizarre era was a video called "I'm a Crazy One." In it, he begged a guy to be his boyfriend. He even admitted on video that he hadn't slept in 2 days, dyed his hair, and claimed he was starving himself to get skinny just for this guy. Naturally, YouTube kept deleting his accounts, so he started threatening to make his own website just to escape the ban hammer. After another ban, he returned with a 5th channel, rocking long hair and a fuller face. But he totally missed the point of why people were making fun of him. Instead of doing some self-reflection, he just doubled down on the crazy. Offline, Devon was still an absolute mess. He told a story about getting blackout drunk on whiskey up north and passing out in a random person's backyard, where the cops found him. They ended up tossing him into a mental hospital in Thunder Bay for 2 months to get him on the right meds. He also reached a whole new low by uploading his own father's nudes online while the guy was using the bathroom. His content got so bizarre that some people genuinely thought it was 100% fake and staged for internet clout. They couldn't believe any real person acted like this. But internet sleuths on Reddit, including his old group home buddies, confirmed that the Devon you see online is the exact same guy in real life. One guy even laughed about how Devon actually got their group home shut down with his crazy weed videos. Believe it or not, Devon still has fans who find his sharp, chaotic comedy totally hilarious. Some people love him so much that they pay him real money on Cameo to wish their friends happy birthday or roast people at bachelor parties. But half the time, he completely fumbles the bag. Buyers complain that he just mumbles a few words and goes totally off script, making the videos impossible to understand. At the end of the day, Devon's story is super messy. He went from a sympathetic cancer-surviving kid to a guy someone on TikTok literally called one of the most dangerous men on the planet. It's totally possible that the heavy chemo treatments really did mess up his brain and cause these behavioral issues, just like his parents warned. But right now, his behavior is seriously testing people's patience. Since he's a lolcow, the internet lets him get away with wild stuff that would instantly cancel any other creator. But Devon is basically a ticking time bomb. It's only a matter of time before he totally crashes out and hurts others, or himself. Anyway, subscribe or we'll send you one of his gibberish cameos.